Hey everybody, if you haven't subscribed to this channel and you've been watching it for a while, please do. It would really help me out a lot. Or just leave a comment. I'd love to get back to you. So here we are at Rainbow Dash, and today we're going to work on this outboard. All we're really doing is firing up the outboard before we go to the lake. First time this year, it's been sitting probably 5 months. Yeah, November, December, January, February, yeah, 5 months. Been sitting here. I drained the gas out. So and all that means is that at the lake, I ran the gas out at the dock. I turned the gas off, and then I let the motor run out of gas. And that just empties out the line. That's all the preparation I did for winter with my outboard. Let's see how it worked. So here I have a 1980 to 82, I think, Suzuki 2-horse. Maybe it's 2.5. I can't remember. Everything is totally hacked up. You see, I've got something up there that says rabbit. I think rabbit if flooded. And here's my wooden knob. I can't remember what the settings are, but I think straight up and down. See my little homemade knob there. And this thing, that's about right. With the choke, I kind of just go up to right about there. All right, let's give this thing a shot. Oh, wait. Forgot to turn the gas on. Okay, the gas is on now. Too soon, too soon. Damn it, I fucked it up. I just got gas fucking pouring out of here. What the fuck? I'd say it's flooded. What the hell? Oh my god. That was a failure. A total failure. And now it's just gonna pour on when I open the gas valve? What the fuck's going on here? Well, this is why I'm doing it. And I would have gotten it started, but I didn't let it warm up before I cut the choke off, I guess. Okay, so here's what we got. When we turn the gas on, you see it just starts dripping? That's gas. Look at that. Holy shit, what the hell? That's a lot of gas just pouring out of there. So I'm going to cut the gas off. We're going to have to take it apart and see what's going on. Let's take it apart. This thing is very old. I have 4 of these big bolts on each side. I mean 2 on each side. 1 in the top. Supposed to be 2 in the top. I don't know why. Yeah. Okay. Got our cover off. Looks great, doesn't it? Okay. Here's the other one. Look, you can see that someone smashed it and they attempted to fix it with epoxy. It looks like it didn't stick. This is the way I got it. I'm not going to mess with it because I think it's going to fall apart soon. Look at the big crack right there. Look, this piece just finally fell out. So when I turn the gas on, it is leaking right out here of the plastic housing. So there's 2 screws to take off the bowl. Start there. The screw and a washer. I got that gas off. All right, so the bowl is dripping with fuel. Got this gasket still intact. Looks fairly clean. So when I open it up, fuel is coming right out the bottom here. If the float switch is up, it's supposed to not, right? Yeah. Well, that's stopping it. I think that's working pretty well. I'm going to put this back together and say I have no idea what the hell's going on. But we're going to find out. More gas. I think that's probably too much to start with. Pour it into this lid. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Gas is off now. Put in a bowl back on. Tightening up those 2 screws. And you see how I just left the screws sitting in the ears? That's been my strategy with this outboard, even when I'm over the water, because they generally just sit there and then I don't have to find them. I just got to be careful when I put it back together that I don't push one of the screws out. All right, so I'm going to assume that I'm super flooded because of my bad start. I think that the needle is actually stopping when the flow of fuel when the float switch is lifting. So I don't think I need to clean it. I don't think it's obstructed with a grain of sand. And I'm going to give it another shot. But first, I'm going to take the spark plug out. Back of the motor here. I have a single plug. We're going to take the spark plug out. We're going to look at it. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't really look wet. So I think that means it's probably not severely flooded. Now, with the spark plug out, you can pull it a couple times. And that's going to clear out the chambers of fuel. That's what I would do if I thought it was flooded, which I think it was flooded because I got a bad start. I don't know. There was gas pouring out all over the place. Inside here, it's basically nothing inside there, but gas pours out when that float switch isn't working very well. I don't know why that float switch wouldn't be working. But we're going to try it again. Got to give it some time. So wait, probably 15 minutes. Okay, so while I'm waiting, I'm going to go get some lubricant. We should have some kind of spray can of like silicone lube. That's sunscreen. Oh, I see it's over here. Found it. I wanted to pull this out because underneath these things in my lazarette here, you hear that? The hinges are like really tight and corroded, and all that friction can cause them to break. So I'm going to spray my hinges with some silicone spray. Gotta work it in there. I've never had this happen before. I'm hoping this alleviates it. Oof. I don't want them to break. Might need something better than silicone spray. It is working. I think that's it. My plan was to actually just fire up the outboard, make sure it's working well before I go out there. Looks like it was a good idea. Has it been long enough? I don't think it has. Technically, if it was really flooded, but I think it wasn't that flooded. I'm going to put this spark plug back in. Give it a good crank with the pliers. And we're just going to try it again and see if it pours out fluid. That might be a plus. Not pouring out fluid anymore. Not yet. And I've got it on. I've got it in start position and my throttle where I like it. Here we go. That's pretty good. There's my switch for my fuel. You also have to have this air vent open so that the gas can vent, otherwise the fuel won't suck down the line down here into the carburetor. With my wooden knob here, I had to make this because the knob crumbled or fell apart or something. I got a little set screw in there, and now it's all the way to the right. That's where I have it when it's running. Here's my throttle. This one only has a single clamp on it. It's so tiny, it only has one clamp. Usually there's two. Also right here, it has a wing nut. And this is what tightens the position where it's at and gets it to hold in a fixed position. So I'm gonna turn off the gas here. Now we're gonna see how long she takes. Let's see if it's spitting. Right here on my outboard, you see there's a little bit of wetness. That's kind of all it does. It's like a little misting. When it's really revved up, it'll spit a little more. But it doesn't stream. This one doesn't have a stream. It's like a mister. And it's doing it right now. I can feel it. You can see my finger getting wet there. That's good. Please subscribe if you haven't already and leave a comment. I'd love to get back to you. I've got some good trips and some good how-to videos coming at you this summer. Peace.